Behind the roaring engines and viral success of Bad Chad Customs lies a story few have heard. The story of Jolene MacIntyre. She's more than Chad's partner. She's the force that turned a small-town garage into a global brand. But behind the success came heartbreak, sacrifice, and a tragedy that nearly broke her. Today, we uncover the untold side of Jolene's journey, the pain, the resilience, and the strength that kept everything from falling apart. Stay with us, because this story will move you. In late 2024, just as her career seemed unstoppable, Jolene's life was shaken to its core. Her mother, the woman she always considered her spiritual guide, was suddenly diagnosed with terminal cancer. The illness progressed rapidly, and within weeks, Jolene was forced to live into conflicting worlds. One where she remained the strong manager, keeping projects alive at Hiltz Auto Company, and another where she was simply a grieving daughter, powerless against time. On November 28, 2024, her mother passed away, leaving Jolene devastated. She later admitted, "It was like everything was falling apart in my hands." The grief was unbearable, yet even in her darkest moment, she made a choice. She would not collapse. She would carry on, not only for herself but also to honor the memory of her mother. To understand Jolene's strength, one must look back at her beginnings. Born in Centerville, Nova Scotia, she grew up in a family that valued discipline and perseverance. From an early age, Jolene showed determination, excelling as a soccer player and proving her ability to work under pressure. That drive carried into her studies, where she pursued a Bachelor of Commerce in Finance at St. Mary's University, while also studying kinesiology. Her education gave her both the financial expertise to make smart business decisions and the practical knowledge to maintain safe, efficient work environments. After graduation, Jolene worked at a local bar, a job that seemed ordinary but would alter the course of her life. At a nearby car show, she met Chad Hiltz. That chance meeting sparked both a romance and a business partnership. Together, they launched Green Goblin Customs, the predecessor to what would later become Hiltz Auto Company. Within a year, they were not only partners in work, but also engaged to be married from the beginning. Jolene proved herself to be more than just a partner in name. She managed finances, coordinated projects, handled marketing, and kept the shop running on schedule. It was Jolene who captured Chad's replica Bugatti project on video and shared it on social media. That post went viral, attracting millions of views and ultimately landing them on the Discovery Channel. Overnight, a small garage in Nova Scotia was transformed into an international sensation. When Bad Chad Customs debuted on Discovery, it was Jolene who kept the operation from spinning out of control. Chad's wild, improvisational style made for great television, but it was Jolene's discipline and professionalism that ensured projects were completed. She kept budgets in check, managed deadlines, and served as the stabilizing force behind the scenes. Yet, the glamour of television came with enormous pressure. Non-stop filming schedules, the demands of production crews, and constant deadlines left her with little time to breathe. Her personal and professional life blurred together, and the strain often spilled into her relationship with Chad. Jolene herself once admitted, "I'm not just a partner, I'm the one who keeps things going. And sometimes that makes me the most annoying person in the room." Even as the spotlight grew, Jolene struggled with the toll it was taking. The responsibilities were endless: long work hours, managing Chad's children from his previous relationship, and the stress of being both in front of the camera and behind the scenes. At times, she even considered walking away, but each time, she chose to keep going. She knew that without her, much of what they had built could fall apart. When the COVID-19 pandemic struck, and the third season of Bad Chad Customs was canceled, many thought it might be the end. But once again, Jolene adapted. Instead of waiting for television, she pivoted the brand toward digital content. Under her leadership, their YouTube and Facebook channels exploded in popularity, generating tens of millions of views each month and becoming their primary source of income. She spearheaded merchandise lines, secured sponsorships, and even planned the launch of a new showroom that would not only display their custom builds, but also serve as a retail and merchandising hub. Behind every successful project, Jolene's hand was there. She transformed Bad Chad Customs from a small garage operation into a sustainable global business. Yet, beneath the success, the cracks were widening. The endless workload, the pressure of fame, and the struggle to balance personal life all weighed heavily. By late 2024, just as the business was thriving, her world was shattered by her mother's sudden passing. Jolene did not hide her grief. She openly shared the loss with her audience, writing, "My mother was the most devoted woman, and I know she is still watching over me, even when she is no longer physically present." Her honesty struck a chord with fans, many of whom admired her courage to continue working while mourning. Instead of retreating, Jolene threw herself deeper into projects, using work as both therapy and motivation. In early 2025, Jolene focused on restructuring Hiltz Auto Company. Unfinished projects were revived, including the long-awaited showroom. She oversaw finances, managed partners, and guided the team through transition. A bright spot came with the return of Colton Hiltz, Chad's son, whose presence brought a renewed sense of family and support. For Jolene, that bond became an important source of strength. At the same time, Jolene and Chad expanded their reach internationally, traveling to Australia, Finland, and Sweden to promote their brand and connect with global car enthusiasts. Jolene handled much of the organization herself, managing schedules, building partnerships, and ensuring every event reflected the spirit of Bad Chad Customs. These trips proved that even through grief, she could turn pain into power. The digital side of the business also continued to soar. Jolene oversaw content production, maintaining a consistent upload schedule, and ensuring their videos met the high expectations of a growing fan base. With nearly 70 million views a month across platforms, the brand not only survived its transition from television, but grew stronger. At the same time, Jolene developed new merchandise lines, from clothing to accessories, each designed to connect fans to the spirit of the brand. What made her story resonate with so many was not just her business acumen, but also her humanity. She admitted openly that the pain of losing her mother never went away. Instead of hiding it, she used it as motivation, saying, "I know my mother is still watching over me, and that gives me the strength to keep going." For Jolene, grief became fuel, transforming her into an even more determined leader. The story of Jolene MacIntyre is not just about cars or custom builds. It is about resilience, love, and the ability to keep moving forward when the weight of the world is on your shoulders. She reminds us that behind the glitter of fame and the shine of chrome, there are real people, real struggles, and real strength. Her legacy is not just in the cars that roll out of the garage, but in the courage she shows every single day. Jolene's journey proves that strength can rise from heartbreak. If her story inspired you, please like this video, share it with others, and subscribe for more powerful stories of resilience. Tell us in the comments what touched you most. Thanks for watching.